Welcome back to another casted game between Grubby playing as the Delhi Sultanate versus IAmMagic playing as Chinese. The map here is Dry Arabia. Grubby is currently ranked 133 versus IAmMagic, who is ranked 110. So very similar skill levels. Should certainly be a good game. Delhi Sultanate versus China. Often considered to be two of the lower sales that we've seen a ton of Delhi recently, and I have seen a lot of China in many of these casted games being used. Even seen the Viper using them as a popular civ. So Grubby is opening up. He has gone with the mosque, a lumber camp, and a mill. 4 villagers on that mill right now. His mosque builder has gone to a sheep, and he has 3 on wood. Currently housed, I think he may is. Oh boy, I think he's forgotten to build a house. Oh man, I have been there. So Grubby currently is going to get housed, and just now realizing that there's going to be a house for a little bit there. So kind of a misstep there. Currently, obviously have made that mistake before. Meanwhile, IAmMagic over here, he's got his Imperial Official empowering that mill, or rather, what do they call it? It's not empowering, that's Age of Mythology. Supervising, right? So it brings back more resources faster, etc. So all those on food. He does have 1 on wood, 2 or 3 on wood. Will Magic open up with some early spearmen, perhaps to try to contest the sacred sites, which you can only assume Grubby is going to be going for? Now, looking at this map, I would love to be going for these 2 sacred sites because it's easy to defend. It's going to be hard. It's usually hard to hold all 3, but we'll see what Grubby's tactic is for holding the sites. I feel like a lot of Delhi players have different ways of going about it. He's currently getting Sanctity up here first, so he will be able to, of course, capture these sacred sites. They bring in 200 gold per minute per sacred site that you hold. He's doing the double mosque build. Now, we saw this used first in the Genesis tournament. One of my build order guys actually on the channel. If you go in the Discord to my build orders, I went through an entire build order guide of Vortex's Genesis builder where he does the double mosque opening. So it has thus inspired many other players to do the double mosque as well. I personally don't really like it. I'm not sure that it is a good idea or not, but I think it's kind of depends on the player's taste. It's a lot of investment for that wood to get efficient production, and generally you can't really afford to be pumping out units with the efficient production right at the start of the next age, or you don't even have the scholars here because they're out here on the map. So I don't know if there's a huge advantage to getting that wood and slowing down. I'd rather have that wood to be putting down in a tower already, do some things, but that's just some of my personal taste. Looks like Grubby has dropped a barracks at home. See, like I almost would have rather seen this barracks first rather than the second mosque. I think it could have been better. Okay, so Grubby's going out with this villager. He's going to be building a tower to defend this sacred site. IAmChina pretty much is or IAmMagic rather. IAmMagic is played a lot of China, so I think he is a China main. He looks like he's going for stone, so that is indicating I assume that he's going to be going for an early second town center. We got some wolf action going on up here. It doesn't look like he is showing any desire to contest these sacred sites. A lot of times you'll see some scouts out here early on the sacred sites. Is he building an early barracks? No. So honestly, I think this is a bit of a mistake on IAmMagic's part. You should always try to contest these sacred sites from Delhi. It's so popular now. You got to know it's coming, but he's not trying to. So this will give Grubby off to a great start as far as his gold income is concerned. I'm being in the chat if I could turn off revealed map, but I actually get a ton of complaints if I turn off revealed map, so I will leave it revealed. People do prefer to have it with revealed. I like a little bit of both, but that's just I gotta go with the consistency here. I am live on Twitch, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, so make sure you come over to twitch.tv/FitzBro and drop a follow for when we're live. We might be casting something right now. And if you're on Twitch watching this, you better comment on the video. You were there, man. Okay, we have 1 tower has been built, so he can easily contest or hold that sacred site. Meanwhile, in the middle, he is able to grab this sacred site as well. So this is going to be an absolutely great start for Grubby. If you're a Delhi player, this is what you like to see. China player just sitting back, not even trying to stop you. Now, he is going to be training in some pikemen. I think it's going to be a little bit late. Grubby does have a few pikemen now of himself. Where's this villager going? I thought he might build a tower here, but has he not scouted it yet? I think that's a bug. I think he has scouted it. Oh, he's just going to sit in the forest until he gets the wood, maybe? I don't know exactly. So right now, obviously, Grubby is going to be doing a little bit of booming with these sacred sites, and it does look like China is just sitting back and booming I can only assume going for a second town center since he has this gold or this stone rally. He's almost at 300 stone already when we get that wooden stone and throwing the second town center. Maybe he'll even go for a dynasty in order to get the faster producing villagers here in the second age, but we'll have to see if he does that. It does look like a scout is out on the field, and though he does have the superior numbers, pikemen, they're kind of out of position at the moment. If you look down here, there's one, there's a few, there's one. Maybe he's going to get inside his tower. Will he get there in time? I think he will. Ooh, stopping to attack. Interesting move. I think he just wants to jump inside there. Maybe just, I think it's just buying him just like a second more of time so he could get the sacred site. Very smart. Very clever, Grubby. Like it. Now, Grubby, you do see, has an extended first age since he has spent time investing in the second mosque, investing in the barracks, going for sacred sites. And it's worth it as Delhi to do this, in fact, because these sacred sites are just going to be bringing in so much gold. You can often just go straight to the castle age once you get to the next, to the feudal age. Now, IAmMagic currently has has more pikemen here in the middle, so he needs to be a little bit careful how he takes these fights. Scholars are healing. Good move. A little bit of tricky micro. He could perhaps do okay, but getting us around, this is not a position Grubby wants to be in. I'm going to be losing, I think, this villager. Going to be losing these spearmen, and he might lose the scholar as well. Are these? Yeah, these are not hardened spearmen. Both are in the same boat, in fact. Trying to put it on a tower, but with 2 HP, that ain't gonna be happening. This is a huge loss for Grubby. He's just lost a lot of units here. And nothing inside this tower, actually. He can go contest this, but sometimes he might be scared of the tower and not realize. He could go contest this, but he might be afraid of the tower. So good pickup for IAmMagic. We see the score right now. IAmMagic is in the lead. A lot of what is going on? The villager migration. Throwing down a town center by the gold and the berries. So there's that second town center we thought we might see. So spinning his res, not seeing... Okay. So Grubby does have two sacred sites. He's currently walling in the eastern one. And so it's a total of 400 gold per minute right now. So this is a good boost to his economy. Meanwhile, back at home, Grubby's getting food and wood. Primarily, he doesn't need to gather any gold because the sacred sites are taking care of that for him. He does have a scholar trying to capture in the middle, but the spearmen are starting to poke at him. This would stink if he does this scholar, but it does give his spearmen time to get free hits in without taking damage. Oh, and it looks like that cower was canceled. Just trying to micro to keep the scholar alive right now. And it does look like IAmMagic has pulled back. He wants to delay the second. Honestly, he needs to go contest this one. There's nothing in this outpost, but you just don't know that. It could be at any moment. Will the scholar stay alive? He's trying to heal it. Oh my gosh, could he heal it? This would be huge. He needs to get the heal in. He's trying to catch him, but they're doing a ring around the rosy. Ashes, ashes. They all fall down. Down goes the scholar. Okay, but at the end of the day, he's going to get this tower up. He's going to control the sacred site. Think he lost the scholar, but he's going to be in a good position. Currently bringing in, once he has the sacred site, 600 gold per minute. So that is just an absolutely huge boost to his eco. But on the other side, IAmMagic does have this Chinese BIM going on. I never want to play against late game China. Grubby's in a good position. Not only that, he could do a sacred site victory. You know, that does start, it does take 10 minutes. So look at it, that would be about 18-minute mark if he does not contest any of these. But likely we'll see some kind of contesting happening here. Meanwhile, looks like IAmMagic is using that supervise ability on the archer range. So he's able to train archers in 5 seconds. It's just huge. And these spearmen could be in trouble if some archers show up. Does Grubby have any answer to that? He does not with the spearman, but he is going up with... Oh, hold on. He's still in the Dark Age. Shit. I'm sitting here thinking like, surely he's in Age 2 by now. He's still in the Dark Age. Oh my gosh. So yeah, he can't even get archers. This could be bad. These archers come up here. Oh my gosh. What? Oh no! Oh no! He was one segment away from having the wall off and it gets canceled. Now he's still bringing in a ton of gold right now, but that really stinks. So Grubby just hitting the 9-minute feudal age timing there, but as far as his eco going, he is just as much in a good position. He's got a lot of gold coming in from the sacred sites. China is booming away to the villagers. Let's look at the villager count. Currently 38 villagers for IAmMagic versus the 33 of Grubby, but that's not counting for the stealth villagers of the sacred site gold, right? So Grubby's doing just fine right now. Looks like he's going to go down here and bring this sacred site back into his control. He does have a tower here. This will be a difficult position for China to push into if Grubby gets some archers inside here. Does he have archer range? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Grubby just goes straight for the third age. And I say that as he's trading resources. Look at that House of Learning coming down. Obviously, the highlight of the House of Learning is that Hone Blades technology, which gives +3 to man-arms and knights attack. Now look at this, a few spearmen disrupting the back line, just being annoying. And he sees, this is very valuable, he just saw that Grubby's aging. So now he knows what's going on. He's pushing out right now with some archers and spears. You know, on the east side of the map, just trying to gain control of the sacred site, going to kill the spearmen. But meanwhile, not a single unit inside this outpost. Less than desirable for sure. Okay, so going out the House of Learning, I imagine maybe some man-at-arms, most likely man-at-arms once he reaches the third age here. So great map control out of Grubby. Using with Delhi, this is how you even the odds as far as eco goes. Hold these sacred sites, getting plenty of gold. Currently, Grubby is getting, IAmMagic is gathering from the deer and from the berries back at home. With his 2 town centers have been booming away. Okay, meanwhile, in the mid, IAmMagic has broken through the walls and is starting to work on that tower. So it's going to be it's on fire now. But let's see if Grubby is going to contest. I don't think he's going to contest this, but he has reached the third age. He's probably okay to have him for now. Gathering that eastern figure site right now, so he'll still have 400 gold per minute. You can see still 0 villagers on gold, so he's doing just fine as far as the gold's concerned. And I think he's going to be making knights. It does appear he's got 2 stables. He could make some man-at-arms. I'm curious, he has not queued up any yet, but maybe he's just getting all his techs. His Hone Blades was that tech I was talking about before. It gives you +3 melee damage for your man-at-arms and your knights. So absolutely powerful tech, very, very strong. Looks like a few villagers or a few spearmen inside this tower, trying to ward off the spearmen and archers, but that tower will go down. So going to be heading back towards this middle site. While the western one is being... See, this is great because he's got China running between the sites right now. This is kind of what you want in Delhi's position. Them to be distracted, running between the sites rather than just focusing any one thing. Even though like he could have probably brought some rams and pushed Grubby's base here earlier. But he's got the time he needs now. Now he's got knights, he's got man-at-arms. Grubby can do pretty much whatever he wants right now. Now, not to be forgotten, IAmMagic has had quite a villager boom back here. Look at the villager count. We've got 40 villagers for Grubby versus the 54 of IAmMagic. And of course, the sacred sites gathering gold as well. Pikemen run around. Those will get shot down by those archers if the archers catch them. But those knights will be devastating to those archers for sure. We got some Harran spearmen in there, but they're just not going to be much of a match for those knights. If he brings these in, that will probably seal that army's fate. Look at this. This knight can probably kill all of these archers in a formation like this. What in the world? But these pikemen are coming, will help bring that knight down. Meanwhile, one knight just on the villager line, taking some shots. And there we go. That knight did go down. Securing that western site. Holy cow, you heard that slice. And down goes that spearman with the lancer taking just a little bit of damage. He'll want to get a scholar up here probably and bring the site back, but right now he's just doing fine, getting plenty of knights, getting his techs. Does he have his barracks up? His blacksmith, he does. He's getting his range defense right now. One scholar back at home. He does have scholars garrison in both of these stables, but also throwing down archer ranges we see right now. So I think maybe we're going to see some archer spam out of Grubby, really going for 3 archers. 3 archer ranges. Meanwhile, Knight's just kind of running around, being disruptive, picking off villagers, and lessening that gap. Let's see, 52 villagers for IAmMagic versus the 41 of Grubby. And meanwhile, contesting the eastern sacred site. Actually, with this, he will have pushed him off of all 3 sacred sites. Man, it would be fun to kind of see a Wololo action, but I don't think he's going to be doing it. Okay, so we've got the Barbican of the Sun taking some defensive landmark shots on these knights that are running around. And that's basically Grubby's plan right now. He's just kind of running around his enemy, but Spearmen doing an excellent job at countering these horsemen when they're able to get a hold of them. And losing a few knights You know, if Grubby were to go all in on man-at-arms right now, it would counter the entire army that IAmMagic has. So curious that he decided to go for the Knight Mass when random arms would counter all this, but it does give him more ability options with the Knights. And right now, all 3 Sacred Sites, basically with those, he's stopped Grubby's gold income, but he's now grabbing that Western Sacred Site. Picking up a few of those relics, of course. Okay, what's going on for Magic? He's kind of stabilized his eco right now. He's got his 2 town centers going. Any, you know, I was going to ask if he's going to age up, but it doesn't look like he has the res unless he's dropped a landmark somewhere. It doesn't look like he has. So he is sticking in the Sound Age 2 at the moment, while Grubby is just bending away into the 3rd Age with his techs, which will catch up to Magic over time. There we go. Wolo coming in. Will he grab those pikes? I think he will. Oh, man, this is great for Grubby. Holding the Sacred Site, grabs 3 pikes, is able to go start putting some damage on those archers and going to be running away with his Scholar. So a great grab for Grubby. Looks like Magic will follow this up, though. Moving on eastern side, we do have 3 Knights railing on that tower at the moment. Whoa, oh, so it looks like Scholar getting pushed off that middle Sacred Site. I still would just love to see some men-at-arms. I don't know why they've been neglected this game, but very curious. Right now we got some Knights on these outposts at the moment. Archer's just kind of chilling. He's holding this. So IAmMagic, you know, still in Age 2, doing an okay job at hanging on here. Knight going on for a little raid. Also a raid in Grubby's back eye. Look at this! We got a ram push. So I know I might have liked to seen this from Magic a lot earlier in this game. It's very interesting he's just now decided to do this. But look at this, fighting on all fronts, in the middle, on the west, to the north, to the south. What do we look at? There's so much going on. But in comes a ram. I don't think it's going to be able to achieve a whole lot, to be honest. Knights, it looks like we have just some archers going in for raids, just messing with Magic's backline, while Knights are wailing on some archers at the front. Sacred Site going down on the west, while the eastern Sacred Site has been grabbed, re-walling that up with his archers. Meanwhile, he'll be able to train plenty of archers here back at home to defend this. What is going on here? We've got 17 idle villagers at the moment. Will he go for another Wololo with this? I think the cooldown is done. It is, in fact, done. But yeah, that ram, at the end of the day, I don't think it's going to get anything done here. It's just maybe a distraction. So, very interesting. Meanwhile, he has this eastern site walled up once again. Maybe we'll wall this middle. We'll have to see. He does have, Magic does have a outpost built in the middle. Western side, just a few archers guarding. Meanwhile, back on the villager line, we got archers just shredding some spearmen. Let's look at the villager count. 58 right now for IAmMagic versus the 46 of Grubby. So kind of the same spread. Despite a few villager pickups. Although Grubby did lose some villagers out here on the food earlier. Yeah, I'm not sure what that ram play was all about. But here we go. Oh, man. Getting shot down by that gunpowder. Oh. I think it takes 2 shots from this thing, right? And he's got 25 range. Or I guess it takes 3 shots, right? Yeah, because these guys have 60 HP, if I'm not mistaken. I guess they're upgraded to have 80 HP. Okay. Meanwhile, Archer's just continuing to push IAmMagic off of the berry bushes and just getting a lot of free spearman kills. Though Magic is finally answering it with a few orders of his own, but I don't think he has enough. I think Grubby can stand and just take this fight, and he is doing that. Let's look at the military graph here. You do see Grubby's lost 70, or Magic has lost 86. You know, relatively, all things considered, that's pretty close. It's pretty close, all things considered. Oh, okay. Here we go, baby. Let's see some elephants in the chat. Let's see some elephants in the chat. Here we go. We have 2 war elephants out here, and they are going to start moving across. And to be honest, with Magic not being in the 3rd age, it's going to be very hard for him to deal with these units. Man, this is going to be really nice for Grubby. In come the war elements. So bringing the war elephants up, continuing to siege those outposts down. And Magic's going to be in some trouble. He has just now reached the 3rd age. Where is this? He have his clock towers. Yes, he can start spamming out these Springolds. You do see that he has the Imperial Official working on it, so he can train a Springold every 10 seconds, but that's assuming he has the resources for it. Look at all these villagers on wood. He's trying. And he could, in fact, snipe these down with these Springolds if he can get a little bit of a Springold mass going here. But these War Elephants have 1,400 HP. Still a little scuffle going down in the back with this archer. This little archer mass has just been doing the guerrilla tactics this whole game. Okay, some knights moving across the field, more archers. So it has all these elephants, and honestly, Magic is going to need to engage this right now. He's got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. He's got a little bit of time. He's still got some landmarks left. This isn't his capital. This is just his first answer. Here goes Spearman. Now, these Spearmen will be effective against these elephants. But these archers can target it down. It doesn't look like Grubby's paying attention. These archers should be targeting down these Spearmen right now and just keeping... I think this War Elephant will be alive, but we do have Springolds taking shots on the War Elephant backline. This is kind of less than ideal. He could maybe keep that elephant alive, maybe with the little micro of these archers at the moment, but maybe just didn't notice. He does see that War Elephant went down and has backed up. He knows there's Springolds. Trying to go for the wool, though. You love it. Now, just be careful. This Scholar, in fact, cannot heal since he is holding that relic, and he does have his sprint ability. Okay, so now we've got Clock Tower Springolds to deal with. So Magic's got a chance to stay in this game. He is low, a little bit lower in score, but he has the Springold mass, and one who has the Springold mass typically owns the game. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so right now we've got Clock Tower Springolds up here, starting a position. They'll be able to deal with these elephants quite effectively with some Spearmen in front to buffer. There we go. Elephants taking fire. You see that? Look how effective the Spearman plus Springold. Great counter to War Elephants. And honestly, this is why a lot of times we don't see Delhi players making elephants, because they're just so easy to counter with Springolds, which are one of the strongest units in the game right now. Oh my gosh, if he doesn't pay attention. Okay, he's bought himself some time for his archers. That Springolds are probably going to snipe the Scholar. Maybe. Got out of it. Meanwhile, we have Tower Elephant just kind of moseying on through the base to the north. Interesting. But the Springolds are going to come back and they will snipe that Tower Elephant. So that's a lot of res lost here. So Magic, which I kind of felt was behind, is starting to do okay military-wise with the use of these Springolds. Let's look at the villager count. 58 for Grubby versus the 74 for IAmMagic. So that China boom is no joke. We know that, and especially those Clock Tower Springolds. They're stronger. They're faster. Faster the train. It's just overall great. But you do not want this to happen. You don't want an elephant to get up on you, but look at that elephant quickly going down to the Springold. Springold's very effective. I get asked the question all the time, FitzBro, how do you counter Delhi's elephants? They just seem impossible. And my answer to you is Springolds. Springolds, spears, crossbows are going to do great. But the problem is, you can't wait for 4 to 5 elephants to show up in your base and you have 0 Springolds or 0 spears. You have to be planning on it. And Magic was making Springolds right when he hit H3. He knew these elephants were coming. That's exactly what you have to do. If you're trying to react to the fact there's a bunch of elephants already in a base, it's probably too late. Hand cannons, yes, obviously really good counters, but that's only in the 4th age. Typically, the elephant issues are more in the 3rd age a lot of times for players. Look at this, just 2 archers causing problems, but Springold going to snipe this down. Grubby, by the way, I don't know the timer because of... it doesn't tell you in the cast games, but he has been holding these 3 sacred sites because could possibly be a sacred site victory scenario. It's hard to say, but it does look like Magic may neutralize this sacred site here without something from Grubby here. But we have 4 Tower Elephants. These will be a force to be reckoned with for sure. If he can take out the Springolds, these Tower Elephants will do very, very good. And though he might get the sacred sites, he may not be able to handle this army. This is a huge army. Grubby charging in with horsemen on the back line. This is a great counter for these Springolds. And here we go. Springold's going down. 1 down. Lots of HP. 300 HP for these Clock Tower Springolds. 2 down. And look at these Tower Elephants getting in range. He's got Springold of his own. And look, he didn't take the sacred site. So he held that still. Timer keeps going. And this is just a beautiful fight for Grubby. How is China going to bounce back from this as these Springolds are being taken out? The Springold's still taking shots on these elephants right now. Honestly, at this point, this is almost like eject the Scholars back at home. Because think of it, he ejected all of these guys out and brought them up. They could really be healing all of these elephants quite effectively, and he might not even lose a single one. Because I think this is kind of decisive moments for him as far as this push goes. Okay, so continuing to move in. You hear those elephants screaming. Oh my gosh, get the elephants in the chat. They are just kicking ass. And China is going to really struggle to answer this. Now, he has Springolds kind of spread out everywhere. Look at this. How many Springolds is this? Total of 9 currently, but Once the elephant gets within range, they will melee them. So I think he'll be okay at the end of the day. A lot of idle villagers. Oh, you know what's the issue here? Magic's kind of run out of wood. He doesn't have any wood other than at the front of his base. He's going to need to fix that. If you look at the res here. I'm sorry, I've been on the military graph for a very long time. He is pretty low on resources right now. We do have a nest of bees comes out, but a little bit too late, and while an elephant is right on top of it, of course. It looks like he's targeting on the springald, and then we'll target down that nest of bees. Not quite yet, though, but just a lot of elephants. And there we go. GG is called. A prime use of the Tower War Elephant, and congratulations to Grubby taking the victory here over Magic with his Delhi Sultanate. If you enjoyed this game, please be sure to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. I will leave a link to Grubby's channel and Magic if he has one. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.